Hola, mi YouTube de mi nuevo canal de YouTube. Vamos a hacer un nuevo evento de Genshin. Que creo que nos regalan a la señal. No, no está ahí.
Look! Is that really Xinyan? So it is Xinyan! Ha! Paimon's intuition prevails again!
Huh? Well, I'll be! Paimon, Traveler, what are you two doing here? I never thought I'd run into familiar faces so far from home. Well, if you're here for a performance, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you. It's a long story. Have you heard of the Iridescence Tour? Well, it's okay if you haven't. I didn't hear about it until just... Oh, the more I think about it, this whole thing was weird from the get-go. The organizers told me it was a music festival from Fontaine that was famous throughout Tibet. But it seemed like nobody in Leo had ever heard of it before. There was a guy standing on the side of the road calling out like he was selling Sunsettias or...
Aw, that was nice of you.
Well, anyway, he showed me a ton of material. The Iridescence Tour is a big deal over in Fontaine. I heard that getting stage time means your music might start to be heard far and wide.
Wow, you'd be famous overnight if you were up there.
You think so? Oh, me too. I want as many folks as possible to hear my music. That's why I'm so... This year's Iridescence Tour is being held here, in Inazuma. I've been honing a bunch of new songs since I signed up. I even asked Beto to ferry me out here ahead of time to scout the place out and make sure everything goes perfect. Xiangling made me up a special packed lunch to wish me well, but the organizers, they ran into trouble out on the ocean. They can't make it. They even got fishing boats to send a message to Inazuma so the authorities could start spreading the word. Oh, how can they just cancel it like that? I come here to perform, and they tell me this after I arrive? Now there's no way of getting the travel
Seems like no one was more excited than you about performing at the festival. Oh, it's not fair.
It ain't always easy being a musician. Well, shucks, enough complaining. This ain't the first time I wasn't able to perform. Time...
Wow, you sure cheered up quick.
If you want to play rock and roll for a living, you gotta be tenacious. That's why I sprang into action. I submitted a request at the Adventurers Guild and however, I've been standing here for ages already. I'm not sure what's keeping those Tenryo commissioned samurai so busy that they don't even have time to say hi.
How dare they? Paimon bets they're just goofing off.
It's fine. Stuff like this is bound to happen when you step onto unfamiliar shores. Hey, Traveler, Beto told me you've been in Inazuma for a while now. Now we're talking. If you can get my permit straightened out, I'll write you a killer tune as a token of my heart.
Bueno, sigo haciendo nada.
You again? I thought I told you we're busy already.
Sorry, fellas. Perhaps my agent here can...
Madame Kujo-Sara? Oh, you must... Is this outsider girl a friend of yours?
Sure is. She got stood up and now she's stuck here, so she needs to extend her travel permit. Come on, what kind of impression are you...
Please, don't be mistaken. We're not purposely delaying anything. Something big happened recently, and the tenure commission is spread thin. We don't have the resource. The reason this young lady is still in the queue isn't because she came later than anyone else.
Oh, what is this something big?
I can't tell you anymore. Madame Kujo-Sara is in the courtyard. Ask her yourself if you want to understand.
So they really are big...
Seems that way, but that's okay. They're just doing their job.
Sí, estás haciendo tu trabajo.
Why do these samurai look so serious? Like they're about to go to battle.
Positions! Follow the vanguard and assemble outside the city.
What's happening here?
Traveler. And who else do we have here? No harm done. What brings you to the Tenrio Commission headquarters all of a sudden? Is there trouble? Because if there's anything I can help with, don't hesitate to ask.
Finally! Someone who can call the shots!
I see. It's regrettable that your friend has run into such an unfortunate incident, especially after such a journey. The Tenrio Commission is experiencing a large turnover of personnel in very difficult circumstances. We really are short on people. I apologize for not having tended to your friend's request on time.
It's rare to see you guys struggling like this. What is it this time? Oh, yeah! We're just casually...
No one's to blame here. Seems I just arrived at a bad time.
Yeah! Why don't you tell us what kind of trouble you're facing, and we'll do our best to help. In return...
We really could use the extra help, especially from capable individuals like yourself. Alright, here's the situation. Recently, a nameless domain has appeared in the Araumi region. Monsters with incredible strength have been pouring into the area.
But surely the Tenryu Commission are used to dealing with monsters.
The domain appeared quite unexpectedly, and we've come under serious pressure. I've already sent out scouts to investigate. Originally, I was planning to lead a force there myself, but an extended period on the front lines would leave the Tenryu Commission without oversight. It just didn't feel right. Well, if you need folks who can fight, I'll wager we can certainly be of assistance. Ain't that right, Traveler?
Yeah! We do you a favor, and you do us...
Jeez, are you really giving orders to a general, Paimon? It's fine. I'm indebted to you. This really is the best solution at the moment. If it were anyone else, I'd have to refuse. But... Oh, say now! Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself in Inazuma. Oh, I'm getting to. Xiangling and the other folks are always saying you're Madam Kujo Sora, where should we go? I'll take you over to the location now. I should warn you that I haven't been there myself yet, so I'm not sure how dangerous things could get. As a precaution, please bring sufficient combat equipment and supply.
Can we write off the expenses?
Fair enough. I'll put in a request now. Hold up. I remember there's a travel permit processing fee. Why don't you write that off, and I'll cover all our other expenses. It's nothing. Actually, Beto gave me a bag of Mora to spend before I even got off the ship. Seeing as I'm inconveniencing just about everyone, it's about time. Why don't we just split it between us? It should cover a... You are a woman of method and integrity. No, don't mention it. But don't go forgetting about my permit now. I will see to it personally. You have nothing to worry about. Fantastic! Thank you, ma'am.
So it's agreed? Alright, let's take care of this domain!
Sounds like a plan. Let's hit the road.
Ah, ahora está lejos. Acá punto, ¿no? Más lejos no puedes. La con... Acá nomás.
Hey, look over there!
Those samurai...
No la dejé terminar, pobrecita.
Ma'am, you're finally here. We were ambushed by monsters at the entrance as soon as we started to investigate. We were able to push most of them back into the domain, but some of them, many of our troops were injured, so I decided to tend to them before issuing the order to pursue.
Southeast? Oh no, there'll be civilians along the way. This is urgent. We need to split up for now.
I'll lead a team to pursue the monsters that... I'm sure you don't need reminding, but be careful.
Don't worry about a thing. We got this.
One more thing. Monsters often try to sneak out from the domain. Keep a close watch on the entrance.
Watanabe, trust in my judgment.
Yes, ma'am.
And off she goes.
Wow, she ain't playing, huh?
Well, she is leading an army after all. Okay, let's...
Vamos a ver acá. Mira, acá tengo unos hijos.
Look! Monsters! Let's take them out!
¿Cómo? Pobrecito. Esto es una sanguínea. Sí son, pero...
Seems like it's over! Did we stop them?
Huh? There's something on the ground.
¿Qué es lo que estamos haciendo? Empezando atrás. Ah, no. Qué pelotudo. Al lado lo tenía.
It's just a piece of paper. It looks like a little paper figure.
A paper figure, huh? Reminds me of the Shikigami they talk about in the legends. Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking into legends from all over Tibet. Well, they give me They say in Inazuma there are paper cutouts imbued with magical power that follow their masters wherever they go. Some of them...
Sounds a bit like all that sigil and adepti art stuff they have. What? Paimon is a professional Tibet travel guide and your best friend! Let's see your fighting origami do that!
Wait, look!
Hey there, little paper guy. Can you hear us? Can you talk?
No. Ah, sí.
Where am I? Did I faint? Oh no. Wait. Did you see the monsters that escaped from here? Where did they go?
Well, there were monsters around here, all right. But we took care of all of them.
Thank you. And thank goodness they didn't manage to escape.
Are you a Shikigami?
To my knowledge, Shikigami are all about defeating monsters. So what's your story?
My name is Shiki Taisho, and I'm sorry you have to see me like this on our first meeting. This domain is called the Mystic Onmyo Chamber. The Mystic Onmyo Chamber has been in an extended slumber, just as I have. However, a few days ago, under the influence of an unknown power, all the monsters in the domain were suddenly awakened. Actually, it seems like I may have suffered some memory loss in the process. All I remember is waking up to a living... I was surprised to see the monsters turn into paper charms when they were defeated. That's when I remembered that they must also be Onmyodo creations.
Onmyodo creations? I don't follow.
I'm sorry. I can't give you a clear explanation right now. Me? My sincere apologies. I am a Shikigami. But all I know is that I'm the overseer responsible for this domain.
You mean you don't even know if you're one of the good guys? Aw. Hey, don't worry. Paimon heard that those with memory loss sometimes start to remember things when...
I was just about to try that. I still have many unanswered questions. But one thing I'm certain of is that my powers originate from this domain. For some reason, I have a feeling that I should be able to completely control...
If Shikigami are supposed to help with banishing evil and repelling monsters, as for your memory loss, did you ever hear those stories? You know, the one where someone loses their memory and forgets about the incredible powers?
Actually, I was just thinking along those lines.
The most urgent task is helping you to remember, right? Once your memory's back, you might be able to control the domain again.
Traveler, can I borrow you for a second? This Shikitasho has only just woken up and it's lost part of its memory. Do you trust? Well, if it really is a guardian of the domain, then we're in good company. But if it's not... Exactly. We shouldn't make any foregone conclusions, but we still gotta be careful. Besides, we still don't know who built this domain, or why there are so many... Paimon, on the other hand, seems to trust it quite a bit. I guess she's still a child at heart. Hold on there, Paimon. Let's get a grasp of the situation before we get too hasty.
I understand. Between my mysterious...
Why don't you let me test your sincerity?
Sincerity? Ooh, sounds like something interesting is about to happen.
You may not believe it, but music lovers like myself are able to use a special kind of language that isn't used by ordinary folks.
Ooh, special language? Paimon wants to hear it.
It's an honest language that touches the true depths of the heart. I'll be using this language to perform a...
Music? That's not something I have much experience with. But I'm willing to accept any trials you...
All right. Well then listen up and look lively. So, hope your spines ain't shivering too much.
But you only played one song. Is that enough for the test?
The language I spoke was hidden in the music. You won't notice it, but it'll find every soul reacts differently to this kind of language. Just tell me how it made you feel, and I'll tell you the color.
What? That sounds amazing!
A kind heart? A heart forced into evil deeds? A heart closed off from having grown used to misfortune? All of them come in different colors. So, Shikitasho.
I'm sorry, I've never heard music like this before. So it's impossible for me to grasp the hidden intricacies. What I can say is that my body and soul, if I have a soul, has been uplifted, but I'm not sure how to put it. But it felt like I was wandering aimlessly on a path with a mist all around me. It felt like I was wounded. There were sounds coming from beyond the mist that frightened me, and I worried I was about to be swallowed by some hidden danger. But all I could do was... I didn't know where my destination was, but it felt like someone was waiting there for me.
Wow. That's a lot of feels for a piece of paper. Maybe Paimon failed the test. All Paimon could think of was a bunch of...
Grilled fish. I think I saw something similar to that. There was a fire at the end of the mist. People were sitting around with freshly caught fish on bamboo skewers. I'd transformed into an actual person. And yet, I had the feeling...
An endless journey. And there was mighty interesting. So my melody didn't conjure up any thoughts of fighting for you?
Oh. Should it have?
No. You gave a great answer. I had a few friends listen to that tune before as well. Your answer really reminded me of theirs. As far as songs go, it's pretty complex with a lot of twists and turns. But the image you...
Are you talking about Xiangling and Beidou?
That's right. I'll wager you're a like-minded being. Based on your answer, I'm willing to trust you.
Really? I was just trying to describe how I felt.
That's because this is all still mysterious to you. I have no doubt about the language of music. Music ain't bound to anything. It's free in the truest sense of the word. Shiki Tai showed to me, out of all the things you could have thought of, the images you landed on make me feel like we were supposed to.
Thank you very much, young lady.
No need to thank me. Trusting you is an extension of my belief in my musical intuition. No kidding? I'm lucky to have friends with such great taste in music.
I will never forget the kindness you've all shown me. I'm certain I can be of help to you. If only I can regain my memories.
Oh, enough of that. We're not helping you because we need something from you. The most important thing now is to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead. Traveler, we better get combat ready. Let's see what maybe we can take care of everything before
For adventurers at our level, there isn't a domain out there that we can't handle.
Bueno, después de un disfrute musical de este calibre, a la mierda. Combate, refuerzo y... ¿Qué? Era prueba. Esta. No sé. Esto. Equipar. Este y este. Listo. Y comenzar prueba. Está cheto.
Strange. The Mystic Omnio Chamber doesn't look special in any way.
True, but I can sense my power regenerating. I feel much better now.
Oh.
Wait, look over there. Is there someone here already?
Someone inside the domain? I can't believe it. Who would choose to enter a domain like this one?
Oh, I was wondering who it could be, but it seems you. I heard your footsteps and thought, who in Tevat would set foot in such a dangerous domain?
Ah, it's you!
Then I heard your voice and, well, it all made sense. It's been a long time, Traveler. You're getting bolder.
Child, what are you doing here? The domain. Wait, are you responsible?
Child. He's on the tall side, isn't he?
Hello, miss. Tartaglia will do just...
Paimon will tell you who he is. He's someone who shows up.
Hey now, all this time apart and this is the greeting I get?
You know what Paimon's talking about. Wait. Xinyan doesn't know what Paimon's talking about. And knowing Xinyan, if she found out about Child's actions in Liyue... Oh, boy.
Interesting attire, but I think she's a Liyue girl. Now then, perhaps I should just be up front.
How about this?
Actually, I want to start by...
This is an adventurer.
Huh?
Tartaglia here is always messing stuff up. Even when the dangers are obvious, He just...
Yes. I couldn't have put it better myself. I too am an adventurer, and I've caused my fair share of trouble for Paimon and the...
Oh, so you're a Mondstatter. Pleasure to meet you. I'm from Liyue myself. The name's Xinyan, and the name of the game is rock and roll.
The pleasure's all mine. So, are you here to explore the dome?
That's right. We're trying to find out why the monsters here are so wet. According to Shiki Taisho here, this domain is known as the Mystic Onmyo Chamber. There are
A domain that lets its monsters escape into the outside world. As for me, I stumbled in almost by accident. But now I'm curious about this. If you haven't heard, I'm pretty handy in a fight.
Traveler, what do you think?
You're not going to reject me, are you? Oh, don't be... Now we're talking.
Another addition to the Shiki Taisho memory hunting crew. There's strength in numbers.
I'm assuming Shiki Taisho is the little paper fellow here. A simple yet captivating design. And look at the little face. I bet...
Is he?
Yeah, take it as a compliment.
All right. Why don't I bring...
Listo, bueno.
You said that you're the overseer here, but I didn't see you when I entered. That must mean you were already unconscious by the time I arrived, correct?
I believe so.
Well, brother, maybe if you'd have slowed down a little bit, you would have noticed.
Brother. That's a very intimate way of addressing someone. I like it. You're... So, according to the information we have, it's very possible that Shiki Taisho is the guardian of this domain. I'm sure we'll find out the truth of that soon enough. Shiki Taisho also says that its power has been regenerating ever since it set foot here. It might even be able to absorb more power the further in we go.
Shiki Taisho, can you remember anything yet? Or do you feel different in any way?
They say that everything about Shikigami is derived from magic. Perhaps the more powerful our friend here becomes...
Now that I've been here a little while, I have a vague sense that I should be able to control certain parts of this domain. Overseers are supposed to have that ability.
I've taken care of the monsters in this room. They all turned into... that was some exhilarating combat. But I'm afraid I can't seem to find a way to progress further. Shiki Taisho, as our resident overseer...
Allow me to give it a try.
What in tarnation? The door opened!
Anyone else getting the creeps here? It looks real eerie.
It's the scent of monsters. The monsters here are strong. Fierce fighting awaits us.
I don't care how strong they are. They'll be ashes when I'm finished with them.
Make sure you guys protect us!
Re cagona.
I hear something. An echo. This place. Yes, this used to be my dominion. Fight. Everyone. I've just remembered some combat techniques.
Qué conveniente.
Please, allow me to assist you in battle with Shikifu.
Durante la prueba utiliza el poder mágico de Shiki Taisho para liberar el poder de los talismanes. En cada sala habrá ciertos mecanismos. Al activar el mecanismo de formación y los mecanismos bélicos deberás derrotar a todos los enemigos tras completar el desafío. Podrás escoger una muleta con efectivo mecanismo final. Aparecen todos los habilidades. En cada sala habrá cierto mecanismo para activar. Abandonar temporalmente se guardará el progreso. Entonces escoge terminar el progreso. Entonces abandonar temporalmente. Esto lo voy a dejar por acá porque esto es demasiado.